Hey guys, welcome to the next, the second half of the Bubbles and Kraken commentary. I am your host, HappyViet, and I just got a smackdown on someone, and then unfortunately I died right after. I hate not having hobble early. Sucks. But anyways, so Bubbles builds into a power supply, which gives him even more survivability on the lane, and then he picks up as well a steam boots, a steam boot, because you only buy one boot.
When I was your age,
yeah. So now he has a bunch of items that give him a lot of, healing, and just he sustains himself on the field rather than having to go back home often. So yeah, there's actually, I think, 4 items: chalice, life tube, power supply, and bottle. So he's pretty set on staying in the field. Except for, however, you cannot initiate with bubbles with this kind of a build, so you have to rely on Kraken or Devourer doing the initiating. Here he's, or I was checking the courier, he bought a couple of wards. But like I was saying, Bubbles, with this kind of a build, you need to rely on your team to initiate rather than your shell surf to get in the fight. However, if you're playing with a good team, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I ulted where the TP was going in. I only caught a little bit of blue. I'm already dead. Bubbles makes off with just a little bit of health. Picking up a kill and a half. Another kill right there. So our Bubbles is sitting at Champion of New Earth right now. Still alive. Really no need to go home at all because look, he's already full health. Sitting on at least, what is that, 30% mana. He has enough for another shell surf. Yeah. See how Kraken and Devourer did initiate, allowing him to do unleashes all of his skills, or empty out all of his skills on the enemy heroes without them targeting him right away. That's kind of the way you want to play puck. Just play a little bit smart. Let your team do the initiating. If anyone gets mad at you, that's completely dumb. You need to stay alive. So now he plays up his sustainer. Sustainer basically just solidifies that fact that he doesn't need to go home. And we finally get our first wards of the game. Really, we didn't have any kind of support player. We had 3 carries and 2 tanks, so it was kind of weird. Here Bubbles is invis, and I'm sitting with no mana, and he's yelling at me on mic to go ult them, but I have no mana, so when you're playing on HoN, just make sure you don't piss off your teammates. It kind of ruins the game. The same thing with LOL. But then with LOL, you kind of have a better farm no matter what's happening. So even if you do piss off your teammate and someone rage quits, it's not too much of a problem. And Balls picks up his 11th kill. So I was just fixing the frame right there with the Kraken. And I finally do finish my humble. And I start up my ghost marker.
Contemptible.
We had a little fight go on without my presence. Kronos tries to run away. I think he does get away though. Yeah, he does get
was your
And
age.
so I walk into those weeds, and then just continue watching this.
Slow down.
I walk into that first weed,
Where?
and I walk around. I'm at this tower, and I try to go to gank this this Merman, and then I walk into the second weeds. I'm like, whatever, dude, I give up. So I'm just sitting at this tower now. Our mage main really hasn't been in any team fights. So the fact that you have someone, or we have someone that's not been fighting with us, basically already solidifies our win, because we're winning team fights without a fifth player. I'm pretty sure if you're winning team fights without a fifth player, as soon as that fifth player joins in, the tables will be completely turned. Yeah, so we kind of have this game in the bag right now. Now it's just finishing up the side items and finishing up the luxury items. I already picked up my cores. Bubbles has picked up his cores. So yeah, that's
I forgot who I was playing.
that's pretty much it.
Oh, damn.
The thing about the teleport stones, the homecoming stones, you kind of want to always carry some stones with you. I haven't been able to pick up any stones because I've been dying constantly. But now that I do have my 2 core items, I can, you know, pick up the stones. With the stones, you can always be around the map. You can push a lane real quick and then teleport home. You can run away from a gank. You can teleport in to support your team. It's just, you always have good mind to keep homecoming stones on you. And here we have a great team fight. They all cuddle up into a little corner, and my ult catches 4 of them. So we had a great team fight right there. Bubbles had a great ult, which trapped them so they couldn't run out of my ult. What wins games in LOL and HoN are AoE skills. It's all about the AoE skills. The more AoE skills that CC that you have on your team, the better your chances of winning. So Bubbles has a double stun ult that has a great range. I have a CC slow ult that has also a great range. Devour has his radius of slow. Magebane has a mini stun ult that does a little bit of an AoE range. Valkyrie has her call, which has an AoE damage, but she's a bit focused on single. What the great thing about Valkyrie is, if you can land a javelin right as soon as the fight begins, you can disable an enemy hero for a good 3 seconds. 3 seconds in a fight where you need that stun to stop someone can actually devastate someone, or devastate a team fight very, very badly. So if you are playing Valkyrie, try to get your tank to initiate first, throw in that javelin, and just watch how the team fight just like turns sides. So it's okay if you do initiate with the javelin throw. 5-second initiation is okay, except for it does take your team a little bit of time to get to the target sometimes. But yeah, so just try to let your tanks do the initiating, and then try throwing in that javelin right after. You'll be amazed if you're not already a Valkyrie player. Here I do save my ultimate at that bottom lane gank. You'll see why. I wouldn't want to ult one person. So right here I catch 3 of them. So it was a good thing that I saved my ultimate for that little corner. So yeah. And Bubbles did pick up his P key. with Peaky,
Speedy.
it's a huge luxury
When I
item,
was your
but
age,
it's an amazing
dirt
luxury
was
item.
newer.
There's also items such as Wind Stick and the Tablet of Command.
When
My
I
personal
was your
favorite
age,
on Puck is the
dirt
Peaky though,
was newer.
because when you do the hide
One of your
shell
thrusters
thing,
is under
it
attack.
gives a lot of time for the Peaky
The Hellborn have
to
destroyed a
actually
Legion
get off
tower.
CD, so you can actually just Peaky out while you're still in the
The
hiding.
years teach much. The days never.
It also gives time for the shell surf to go out further, and you can just be safe while this shell is surfing away. I think there's an example of that coming up pretty soon, of where Bubbles just sits in the shell, and then he just waits for the shell to be far away, and then he teleports to it.
Where?
Puck is a classic Dota hero. I love him so much. With Kraken, I got the mana ring. This helps Kraken stay in the field rather than going home constantly. But also it helps him play his tank role, his team support role, where he doesn't have any to begin with. So when you do pick up that ring, you have more of a team role. I also picked up a Bulwark with Kraken, so now I have that huge lane presence.
MJ.
Here we go into the side. Corner. The kill right there, and then run away. So around here, Bubbles will do the shell surf, the hide shell surf thing that I'm talking about. It's after I get ulted by Kronos. Kronos hops in and ults me. I lose a bunch of health, so I start running away. We take a huge amount out of Kronos. So I run over to the back corner, trying to stay alive.
Waste of time.
That was a great grab. And here I should have just ran straight home instead of just hung around, but I didn't realize Fade was in this, so I did die. Which leads to my last death of the team. Here Bubbles is trying to do whatever he can to save Devour. Yeah. Here we go. He throws out his shell, he sits in his shell, and then he teleports away. That's a great way to play Bubbles. You need to learn how to use your hide shell and work with your CDs. You just can't use your hide shell just to avoid a single CC. You can. It sometimes helps if it's a stun CC or a slow CC, but most likely you'll need that shell surf to avoid huge damaging AoEs and stuff like that.
Piece of cake.
I might not know what I'm talking about, and I might just suck absolute balls at Bubbles, but that's just my 2 cents. I think Bubbles picks up a Nullstone right here, which basically solidifies his survivability. So now he has the hide shell. He has as well the Nullstone nullification of a single target. Yeah. In this game, I didn't have to take Kraken, or we didn't have to take Kraken at all, which is pretty depressing. I think after this gank right here, they CC because Bubble goes to 14. So Bubbles is at 14-0, a single kill away from Immortal. So they CC without him getting Immortal and without us getting the extra coin. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up on both videos. Leave a comment below on your builds, your thoughts about Kraken or Bubbles. I will see you guys in the next video next week, or the end of this week, I don't know. So I'll see you guys around. Please subscribe. Leave me messages on Tumblr or YouTube, preferably Tumblr. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.